Waiver Wire, Week 5. 2 tight ends, 3 running backs, 6 wide receivers, and 2 quarterbacks for your consideration for Week 5's best Waiver Wire additions. Injuries and now buys make a scramble to the waiver wire for free agency pickups. Today we have 13 players to break down before waiver claims process on Wednesday for Week 5 of the 2024 NFL season. Notable injuries from Anthony Richardson, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Jonathan Taylor, George Kittle, Christian Watson, Tyler Bidet, and Cordell Patterson. Go position by position and from the most viable to pure desperation, from tight ends, running backs, wide receivers, to quarterbacks. Don't skip unless you're a hopeless, uncultured swine. We begin tight ends. Tucker Kraft, 8% rostered. I'm going to say it now, and you're going to hear it again before this video is over. You want good players in good offenses. The Packers are outstanding. Do I think Kraft is amazing? To be honest, no. But Love is exceptional, and he elevates everyone on the field, including Tucker Kraft. K. Dotton, 19% rostered. Once again, it's last call. He was on last week's waiver wire. He will disappear this week if you don't snag him. If you need a tight end for Week 5, pick him up and slot him in. Bucs offense bounced back as expected. The tight end landscape is a minefield. He's viable. Don't leave him on the wire. It's also worth mentioning Taysom Hill's viable. He picked up an injury. Keep an eye on his status. He could be a desperation play. Maybe. I don't know. I felt bad for not having 3 tight ends, so there you go. That's your top tight end waivers. Let's look at running backs. Justice Hill, 28% rostered. He was on a previous waiver wire. It's last call. Ravens are a great offense. They pound the rock like the Lions. You want good players in good offenses. Do not leave this guy out there on the wire. Tyler Algier, 34% rostered. I don't know what's happening with ATL. One week they're functional. The next week they can't score a touchdown. Bijan continues to disappoint at ADP. You see the Bucs going to Algier multiple times this game over Robinson. He's worth a stash or even a desperation flex play. Kareem Hunt, 38% rostered. Friendly fire for the Chiefs, devastating. We go from barely functioning offense to the worst situation possible for the Chiefs. The rookie running back fumbles and gets benched. Hunt did not look great. He did not look game shape, but with no options to move the ball, he gets work. He's a desperation play, but a stash at least. We need to see the Chiefs' offense moving forward before we're excited. Those 3 are your best options for running back. Wide receivers next. Dontavian Wicks, 18% rostered. This is what everyone wants to hear, and for once, everyone's probably right. We see Love return to the field in form, and the connection with Wicks opposite Reed. It's a great compliment, and Wicks was relied on numerous times by Love. You can rely on him too. Good players, good offenses. Trey Tucker, 19% rostered. He continues to be a go-to option for Minshew. Their offense is bad, but he's been getting home, and whether it's forced with volume or making plays, your fantasy team doesn't care. Sometimes you just need a viable player to fill and get some points, and he certainly qualifies for that. Josh Downs, 29% rostered. We don't know AR's status, but in all honesty, it only makes the receiving core here more viable. He's back from injury and looking good. He should not be on your waiver wire. Roster this man. Tutu Atwell, 16% rostered. We saw it last year with injury to Kupp. Sean McVay continues to make the personnel choice for Atwell when it comes to generating explosives not named Kyren Williams. We should pay attention to that. He's been getting home, and with key players still missing and still likely going to miss the following week, he's going to keep getting that work, and you could do worse. Xavier Legette, 39% rostered. It's only been one game that he had the opportunity to be a full-time player with the absence of Thielen. However, he looked really good even with the mistakes he made. Panthers offense is functional, and he's the wide receiver 2 for now on this team. I don't know if he'll take the role over, but it's encouraging to see the production. Mike Williams, 29% rostered. Finally, we get to see some action from Williams. There's still a lot of uncertainty around the team moving forward and him, but I'll say it again, with injuries and bye weeks and your teammates scavenging anything and everything, You could do worse than a wide receiver 2 on a team with a quarterback named Aaron Rodgers. One position left, 2 players. Let's do quarterbacks. Worth mentioning, if Justin Fields is still available, he's the obvious quarterback choice. We told you last week to grab him. Probably a 0% chance he's left behind. And if not, you want Andy Dalton. 19% rostered. Last call on the Red Rocket as well. We begged you last week to take him serious. If A-Rich went down for you and Fields is gone, you could do worse than Dalton. He played extremely well and is one of the few quarterbacks throwing the ball all over the field. But if you're in a real league, you're going to be looking at Joe Flacco at 2% rostered, thinking that there's a chance. And, to be honest with Joe Flacco, there's kind of always a chance in real life. Are we going to be relieved when he joins our fantasy team and mark off all of our upcoming matches easy wins? Of course not. But you could do worse, and we do not know the status of AR, and his receiving core is loaded. These 13 players are the most viable options based off Week 4 production, availability, and outlook. If you had an injury or want depth, target one of these guys on the waiver wire. Let me know in the comments who you're putting in for and why. I'll be happy to answer questions. Just holler. If this was useful, like the video and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you stay prepared for Sunday. That's the video. See you in the comments. The next video.